Okay, today we are going to make a super pretty Mercury glass giant Christmas ornament from upcycled materials. And the two upcycled materials you will need are a glass dome or a glass cover for outdoor lights or indoor lights. These are in older homes a lot. This was on the outside of our home, and one fell down in the wind, and so we had to replace them, and this is one of the ones that survived. And then the other thing is a good old-fashioned peanut butter lid or jar. So there you have it. You will also need a little bit of water, some black chalk style paint, a stir stick, and some spray paint, which I'll show you in the next section. So what you're gonna do is open this, and I put a little bit of water in here already to dilute the paint. You wanna stir it up. Okay. You wanna dilute the paint because chalk paint is thick already, and you want it to be able to cover the inside of this globe. Okay, so now you're gonna take the inside, and you can't really, I guess you can clean it out a little bit with a rag, and just to get any excess dust or dirt off. And if you wanna make it damp with a little bit of Windex, that's great too. Okay, then you're gonna take your paint, you're gonna just pour it in there. And you want to swirl it around just like this. And coat the entire inside. Okay. And then you're going to let it drain. Just going to let it sit on the bowl. Okay, now that this is dry on the inside, you're gonna need a couple more supplies. You're gonna need some vinegar water, and you can either dilute it 50-50 or just make straight up vinegar. You're gonna need a cloth of some kind, dish towel, and then the piece de resistance, you're going to need Krylon looking glass. Okay, so, and if preferably you should do this outside and not inside unless you are wearing a mask like I am. Okay, so you're going to want to do this in a couple phases. And generally you want to make sure this is dry so you can hold it like this and then work it around, or put your whole hand in there and use that to turn your piece. Okay. You're going to want to make sure that your spray bottle is not a mister, but has large drops on it. And you're going to want to spray up like this so that the drops come back down on the piece, and you can change the nozzle to get different sizes of drops like this. You see how that comes down? You don't want to spray too many, but you can see that there are a fair amount on there of different sizes. Okay, so after you have sprayed your piece with a little bit of vinegar, you're going to want to spray it with your looking glass. And make sure you do this outdoors or indoors with a mask. And if the vinegar drips, that's okay. Okay, now just let that dry a little bit. Now some of the paint may run, and that's okay. Let it set up for a few minutes, and then we'll finish the rest of the piece. Okay, we're gonna continue. See how that dripped? That's okay. We're just gonna like this. you want to make sure you don't spray it if you haven't put any of the vinegar drips on it quite yet. And then do it again. Okay, now that this has dried, it dries fairly quickly. You're gonna take your wadded up rag and you're just gonna dab the vinegar spots up. Okay, like that. And if it gets, okay, the next step is to take your peanut butter jar lid and make sure it's super clean, and then get some Krylon Color Master in black in satin, and you're just gonna spray it. And let that dry. Okay, now that this piece is done, it's dry, and this piece is done, it's dry, I think you can probably see where this is going. It's gonna fit on just like that. But before I do, I'm going to glue it along the edge here. So you get some adhesion. Like this, clean it up on the outside, this.